Hello and welcome back, friends of the channel and galactic imperial rulers. We are here once again in Distant Worlds 2. We have begun this series before the new Species DLC came out, simply because I wanted to get started ahead of time and the DLC only includes the species, and we aren't playing either of those species today. Nope, I have a different plan. We are playing my usual settings here, so dense, nebula, so that there's lots of connection. Somewhat smaller galaxy. We're doing everything normal here. Last time we played on Chaos, but we're dropping it back down to Unstable just so that we can play a little bit of a different game this time where we don't have to be pushing military all the time and have a terrible economy and barely eke out a win. We're trying to do something more normal here. We do projects visible, fixed research paths. I don't really play with these very often. We're allowing tech trading off. Normal pirate strength, average pirate proximity, they stay dead, lots of space creatures, normal colony prevalence, rare independent colonies, colony influence range slightly increased. We are playing Haakonish. We are going to be playing as a mercantile guild. So we have some pretty good colonization suitability here. We have pretty good stuff here. Energy ship savings, hyperjump speed, a little bit down on diplomacy, a little bit down on war weariness. We get early pulse beams, tractor beams, ground combat, and early area weapons to start. We get our deal breaker beam, so our graviton beam. We get our mega density fuel cell, and then our stealth generator, which we may actually make use of. Let's hit up next here. We want to make sure we're on Mercantile Guild. We want to do allowed by race, it doesn't really matter. We'll keep that flag too, that's fine as well. This stuff is all normal. We have 10 other empires, slightly less than the standard, which would be 12. And then we are just going to, again, 60% victory threshold. Maybe we drop it to 50? No, I think we stay 60. It's hard to decide. 50 is a pretty fragile game state. You can lose real fast. I think we're going to stick it on 60 and try to win. We'll try to speed up the end of the game a little bit this time. Maybe we'll do a late game military transition once we're established as a trading empire. And then we'll just start the game. We're trying to do a trade empire. We're trying to do things a little bit differently. We're going to build more exploration ships than normal. We're going to try to get stations down as quickly as possible. And we are going to neglect our military a little bit more than I am usually comfortable with. We're going to have a completely different starting queue. Let's just zoom in here to our planet. Oh, it's pretty smooth today. Pretty smooth today. Let's see our pop-up here. So this is the Haakonish. We are lizard people. We want to rule the trade of the entire galaxy, and we get our usual starting bonuses here. We're going to dismiss that. Pause this. Go up here. So for our starting queue, we are going to go to research. We're going to grab research labs, and we're going to go up here to drives. We're going to grab this, and then we're going to go down to exploration, and we're going to grab both of these. That's going to be our start, so that our exploration gets underway really fast. Okay, let's see what kind of system we have. We have one. We are a moon of a planet with 2 other moons. Let's let them build our very first ship here. Take me to it, click on it, make it my F1. Dismiss this, put it on pause for a second. Oops, always forget which key is which. We're going to start by exploring this moon right beside us. And yeah, we're just gonna boost right up to 4 right away. Let's see what the system looks like. We have a continental world. Oh, it's a grassland world, actually. An ocean world. Okay, that could be useful to us. And otherwise, the system seems pretty normal. We get expanded civilian ships and expanded space stations, so we're just gonna use that as a reminder to build all of our ships. So manual ships, we want to manual the... We're gonna manual this. Do nothing with the escort for now. We will set it to manual though. No, it can stay automatic for now. mineral miner, we're gonna turn that off because we already have the medium one. Exploration ship, we're gonna manual. Mining station, we're gonna get rid of because we already have the medium one. Mining ship, they can handle. Research station, we will handle. Small spaceport, we will handle. Small freighter and small fuel tanker are fine for the computer to handle. Let's just upgrade this. We're going to call this one the Brickyard, and our numbering for this is going to be size, type, vessel. So MCV. Take its weapons off because that's basically how we always start. Take the weapons off. Other than that, we can just leave it the way it is, so we can save that. Then we need to go to our exploration ship, which we are going to call the Voyager. And then it is going to be a... Wait, they're not M's, they're S's. Small Science Vessel 1. Save and exit. It's good. Let's see with the mining station here. We are going to upgrade this. We're going to place in as many small mining engines as the game will allow. Don't need that. Eventually it will tell us that we don't have enough crew. We'll have to add a crew system. There you go. That is the limit of what this can carry. Probably one more. We probably actually want to remove one because we're going to need to put shields on it, but we'll worry about that at the time. We may actually remove a docking bay. I don't know. Docking bays are actually really useful for throughput. We are going to call this Mining Hub, and then it is a medium mining facility 1. Save. We need to change the name of you, just so we don't forget. And that leaves us with the research lab. So let's call this commercial lab small research facility 1. Save and exit on that. That should be everything, right? Yes, so all of our designs are done. Those should do for the beginning of the game. So we're going to immediately tell them that we want them to build a small spaceport. And then a commercial lab. Then an exploration ship. Alright, let's run it. Don't have much money. We will spend a little bit of it, though, to crash this. We should be able to afford it. Hopefully we find some resources quickly that will give us some of our money back so that we can actually... we definitely don't want to go bankrupt. I mean, we can be negative on production as long as we don't go bankrupt. And the best way for us to not go bankrupt is to discover things for our beautiful civilian economy to do. If we find some good resources, they'll build some mining ships and stuff, which will give us a boost of money. We can just watch this ship for when it's done. So the plan here is going to be to build basically twice as many exploration ships as I normally do, or more, depending on how our economy is going, to spread out faster than I usually do, to try to control space better, to build more stationary defenses. I think that's a really good idea, to build those stationary defenses. We're going to just immediately assign this mission. So our first construction ship, which just got built, can go out and do that. Once the skip drives are done, we'll do those retrofits. We'll let them retrofit on their own. Well, I mean, the main ship is going to have to be done manually. I may exchange, though, depending on how things turn out. I'll take over whichever one gets done first. Because pretty soon I think we're going to have that new ship. So this is building us the spaceport and the research facility. And once the spaceport is completed, which won't be that long from now, The ships will queue in here as well. Oh, I did not check this. I did not check this. Shoot. Should have checked this, because they never do this properly. Small spaceport. Upgrade. Oh, they did do it properly. Well, that's neat. Right, we're going to do our naming convention, though, which is going to be... I'm going to call this a trade hub, and it is going to be a small port facility 1. Save and exit, that's fine. Spaceport has been constructed, awesome. Very, very useful. Should get us a second ship really soon. You know, I think this ship is just going to retrofit right away. I was thinking I might send it out someplace else, but because the new ship isn't going to be built before it is finished, we're going to retrofit it. And then we'll keep it as our manual ship. Now that we have a little bit of money, let's just see how many ships do we have. 1, so we need to build 2 more exploration ships, 2 more construction ships. This is probably more money than we should spend, and will put us back into debt, but that's fine. Not quite yet, but it will when they're built. I pay for this, even though it's all of our money. We don't need to build those because we just queued more than that. And we're going to work on our research stations. 2 ships under construction. Finished our first mining station. Good. Let's see. You're retrofitting. You guys are still building, right? Yeah. And then this is the new one. I think we're going to automate you until we're done in system, because there's no reason to directly control you. Right. And we'll let them do the work of checking the system out. It's a pretty dense system, so we will probably still be exploring it when the next thing is done, which is usually the best aim. You know, it's best. It's what we want best. Don't have a source of fuel yet, because our first search wasn't fuel, but it will probably be here. We should find another research station location nearby. Usually you get 2 at the start. The one on your starting world and 1 nearby if you're using normal resource levels, which is what I'm using. It's going to be a question of how fast it takes us to get to the next warp drive. That's our last exploration ship that we're building. Good. Also good. Let's go to our ship designs and just upgrade everything that we manage ourselves. Oh, because I used different naming convention this time, I can't find my research station. We just want to save and exit you so you get the better labs. Great, and let's go. We are a little delayed on putting out those warp drives because I didn't upgrade it, and it built those 2 new ones without the upgrade, so they went out to do their missions before getting warp drives. Yep. The thing I did, but it's fixed now, and it should stay fixed going forward. Everybody's pretty fine. What are you doing? Hey. Looking at you. You need to retrofit, my friend. Please retrofit. Thank you. Alright, so our exploration should now fully be properly underway. Assign this mission. We found gas there, but we found Carlson here, which is really important. We don't have that diverse of resources in our first 3 planets, so hopefully we can find more stuff out there. We should be able to find most of the resources we need, assuming that there's at least 1 asteroid belt. Yeah, there's 2. Ooh, there's some kind of unknown ship in this asteroid. Oh no, it's of this planet. That's interesting. Wonder who you are. Wow. We'll let them explore it in their own time. We're not going to force them. Our exploration ships are now out doing their duty, getting stuff done. So we are a little stifled on fundamental resources. Hopefully we'll start finding them soon. If we don't, we might actually end up having a problem. We may need to start delaying building the mining stations until we start finding the basic resources. Let's see. We have no source of iron. We do have silicon, carbonite, and Carlson. Hopefully we can find some iron soon. I may have to manually search out one of those 2 asteroid fields if things don't get better fast. So you're gonna do the sun. That's fine. I think afterwards they're just gonna logically bounce over here. Let's put on our state ship line so we can see where people are going. So we're gonna start exploring this location. That's pretty good. Do we have any new stations? Quartz. Quartz is not that important. What's up? What did you find here at this planet? What is this? Okay, so we have an asteroid belt here. And you found a cruiser. Disabled cruiser. Interesting. Investigate the Supreme Arrow. Obviously we'll do that. Okay, let's assign a mission to you. Hopefully we can find some steel in this asteroid belt. I think I was calling it iron earlier. It's definitely steel, though. Hopefully we can find it. Because we need it. We need it relatively badly, actually. Still checking out the sun. That's fine. It's fine, you can do that for us. Now you're heading over to the planet there with the ruins. So there's something here. Something strong here. It is a Bandit Cove. It is a space station. It is a pirate station. Maybe a quest-related one? Usually the ones in system are quest-related. I don't know, I've never played Haakonish, literally ever. This is my first time with these people, so we'll do the gas. Probably worth the experiment. Now let's look at our ship designs for the 2 that we actually have to control. Yep. Save and exit. Upgrade. Save and exit. So they will do their retrofit soon. They should be moving around a lot faster now too. Probably a good idea would be to build 2 more. And maybe a construction ship. Let's do that. How many does that put us at? Oh, we have discovered an ancient exploration ship hull. Take me to it. Here. Investigate it. We are going to, if we demolish it, what happens? I think we're going to... The question is, if we demolish it, will it... Let's demolish it. 10,000 credits. That's not as good as what we would have got if we had rebuilt it and taken it apart. We did get that cruiser though, so maybe it's fine. Stone Archives. We have discovered the Stone Archives, ancient ruins from a lost civilization of the Sandy Desert moon of Haniakago in the Tiras system. Our orbital inspection reveals that the ruins are nearly consumed by a vast sandbank. Investigate the ruins. Okay. Coordinates of a lost ship. Ship can be found in a system that we have not yet gone to. There. Not too far away, actually. and it has research bonuses. All right, let's dismiss this. We haven't been checking for research locations, so there are actually 2 of them. Let's queue them. Still think I need to save my materials for when we find some actually useful stuff. Okay. Dismiss. Pirate encounter. Once we were soil pounders like you, now we are free. Our ancestors were early off-world miners who stumbled upon some ancient ship technology. So they want nothing to do with us. Alright. Are they a regular pirate faction? They're displeased with us. We could do a protection agreement. Do we want to? I mean, they really have no ships right now. I think we should, though. I think that's for the best. Pirate decision. The news of these Haakonish space dwellers has caused confusion and anxiety on the homeworld. They were once Haakonish, like us, but they have become something strange and uncanny. Something alien. It's disturbing, and yet they know things we do not, and have developed technology that is unfamiliar to us, and they speak of trade and opportunities. Ooh. Invest in this economic opportunity. I think we invest in it. A wise investment, which is proof of your true Haakonish nature. We are proud to call you siblings. Speak to our merchants about purchasing fashionable license of clan seniority apparel. We will share with you some of what we have learned in our travels. We learned more about fast mining. Ugh. All right. So we've completed fast mining, which is just good. We built those 2 new exploration ships. And I think... Oof. A little expensive. One of our ships has decided to leave system already. Who is it? Not the one that I said that I would control myself. Well, that's fine. Let's let the progress be made. We need to make this progress. We have found no steel anywhere yet. That's probably going to be a super problem. Probably going to be a super problem if we don't fix that real soon. Okay, so it wasn't you guys? I thought I made an agreement with you. So it wasn't you guys. You guys are just an obstacle. Okay, these guys are just an obstacle. It was a completely different group of pirates, I guess, that we have a protection agreement. That's fine. We're fine with that. That's okay. We have a spy now, and you know what you do with a spy, right? You immediately... You can stay on counterintelligence, but you are not going to be on auto anymore. You're going to be on manual, and we're going to cancel your mission. We're going to send you the clan superiority, and we're going to have you steal technology. No, not territory. Steal research information. Let's start with something really useful, like basic space commerce. Okay, these guys are not easy for us to overcome, so this could be bad for us. So I think we're going to actually not do this right now. It's not that good a colony location. Oh, that other place, though, we should look at it, too. We never did actually check. Oops, we're pushing every button except the right one to see how... That's suitable. That's pretty good. Okay, so there is a place that we can definitely work with right inside of our system. Decline this. Go to 1 here. You can go on auto for now. So we have met one group of pirates that are related to our quest and made relative peace with them. We have these guys here, which are basically making our system more dangerous than we want it to. Getting over that speed bump might be an excuse to build our first military ships, but we've already got guys out exploring. We're starting to see the galaxy beyond. We're probably going to meet our second pirates really soon. Let's just see where we're at here. Let's just see. Still more... No steel. I'm glad that we're doing an aggressive exploration start, because no steel in our starting system is yuck. Oh, wait. You're going to explore that ship. have no idea why you thought that was a good idea, dude. I mean, I don't actually care, which is the funny thing. You can actually do that. That'll be fine. But, okay, so we have found the Ancient Colony ship, so let's investigate the Ancient Colony ship. We can research it, or we can do a public relations campaign. I think we're going to do research. Giving us basic colonization, maybe all of it, maybe just part. That's great. Okay, we got our exploration scanners. We're gonna wait till this planetary exploration is done before we do the retrofit on the explorers, and then we're gonna start looking at some real economy tech. But with that, I think we're gonna call an end to our first episode here. We are zipping right along, already exploring the systems around us, already starting to establish ourselves beyond our own system. And hopefully we can find the resources that we're missing, because our starting system is missing a lot of resources. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you here with me the next time we are playing our Haakonish Distant Worlds 2 game. Thank you, and goodbye for now.